Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Art and Attention video series where I talk about different brands that I'm seeing online, things from around the web that I think are worth paying attention to if you're in the world of building an audience, building a community, and building a company in this digital world. Today, I'm going to talk about two new brand obsessions. The first is Endel, and the second is Mineral, which is a CBD company that I've been really enjoying buying from. I'd hold it up right now, but it's on my other my desk. So I want to talk about something that's just an interesting lesson for the time that we're in right now. Now, when there's a market downturn, when there's a financial bubble that pops, something really counterintuitive happens. And the thing that happens is there's a flight to quality. What I mean is that although demand is drastically decreased right now, people actually want to spend more money on higher quality goods because what they want is for their money to go further. So as demand weakens in the economy, you actually see higher price goods do better. And that's because people want their money to go farther. They want as much value for their dollar as possible. You also see a consolidation around specific brands because sometimes you don't want to go to a bunch of different companies. It's kind of risky to buy from all over the place. So you'll see people, especially in software, want to purchase just from one location. And so the companies that will thrive in the digital space, are the Googles of the world because they have the whole suite of products to buy from. And when you buy from them, you get access to multiple types of value. The other groups that benefit are the higher end items that are built better, that have higher construction, and then the very cheap products. The stuff in the middle actually is what has a really hard time. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today I want to talk about two brands that I find very interesting that maybe you haven't checked out and maybe you haven't seen yet. And those brands are Endel and Mineral. So Endel is part of this growing wave of applications that are audio-based applications for your workday, for productivity. So there's a lot of companies that right now that are being built in this space because the business model of producing new IP in audio is actually very efficient. I think Headspace was the first app to really make a big difference in this space where it was a meditation app, and basically the entire company and the entire app was just recordings of Andy, the founder of Headspace, that people could listen to on demand on the application. And that's an amazing business model because once you create the IP, you can continue to sell it. You're basically just hosting MP3 files. That's it. Endel is a sound stream player for your desktop and phone. It's kind of like a sound machine for productivity. And this category is just absolutely exploding. Like I said, the business model is incredible. And Endel is unique because of the approach that they're taking. Endel is trying to go higher end with their approach. There's companies like Sleepstream and some other applications that are sort of sound machines, and they're going the very cheap route, right? They're, let's say, $1.99 to download, but Endel is $24 to use, and I think that's maybe a per month price. And if you check out their site, you can tell everything is done very differently. They have a very specific art direction that is high-end, unique, well-designed, and so I think that very thoughtful, strong, creative direction speaks to the audience and says, hey, we really care about this. We really value design, and we're thinking through all the different steps here. And so once you download it, it's on your app, it's on your phone, or it's on your Mac. And basically it's a sound player. There's three modes. There's focus, there's relax, and there's sleep. There's a visualization that you get to watch. But what I find really interesting about Endel is the distribution channel that they're using, which is they're utilizing strong partnerships for where their music player can show up and add value to other audiences. So I'll point out two of them that I find really interesting is they're creating an in-car experience. So when you're driving, if you're stuck in traffic, you can listen to your Endel player within a car, and they're joining forces with different car companies to get that distribution through the car. So I think it's really smart for a brand to think about where are people going to need this, and how do we sort of build ourselves into those experiences so that people can, utilize our application in as many places as possible. Now, the next one I wanted to call out here is Smart Beats by Smart Water. So they did a brand collaboration with Smart Water, and the idea is to connect with different artists within within the Endel sort of player to sort of curate some of those soundscapes. And so really smart to partner with Smartwater, really smart to partner with different artists. Just goes further. They have another fun visualization there you can check out. And we know from fashion that these types of collaborations work. I want to point out Kith, Kith, which is a brand that has really revived this type of partnership and collaboration. It's a menswear company, but they tend to partner and do collaborations with very large legacy US, American brands. So Tommy Hilfiger, Disney. Kith has used that to really build up their own credibility by partnering with these other companies. And that's the same thing with Smartwater. You want to build your credibility through partnering up with somebody who has a lot of brand recognition. And Smartwater is obviously someone with a lot of brand recognition. Okay, let's move on to Mineral. Mineralhealth.co, linked below. The second brand obsession that I'm really loving right now is Mineral. And Mineral is a CBD company that is what I think of as like the Aesop of CBD. And I found them through Anthony Sanger, who runs Standard Dose. Standard Dose is a curation boutique online, and they have a storefront in New York City that curates quality sort of CBD and forward-thinking health products. So I found them through Anthony, who recommended their sleep product and their focus tincture, which I use very frequently. And what I love about Mineral is just the whole art direction is different, right? So a lot of CBD companies, a lot of marijuana companies, they take this approach of looking very, I don't know, crunchy for lack of a better term. And what I love about Mineral is they went really high end with it. You deserve to feel good. They through the packaging and just like the whole layout and obviously the intention they put behind the website, you can tell that it's a quality product. They also infuse a great story. They talk about, they did an original film about how they produce the quality, and their content is just really, really spot on. They make lookbooks just like you would any other boutique. A lot of process videos, a lot of science and study videos that they include. They look at the different ingredients, and you can just tell that they really have spent the time making this super quality. So I love seeing the farm that they grow the CBD on, and I definitely recommend checking out their journal because it's just very well done. I get the sense that, even the price point, really sets it apart. It's just pretty expensive for CBD, but I think that's why they stand out. So I think the lessons here is just to focus on quality. Both these companies, they're different, but they're kind of on the same side of the coin. They have a really strong art direction and creative direction that's very thought through. They focus on quality. They both push that luxury experience. I think they break out of the categories of what's typical in the industry. With Endel, it's not just another sound player, it's a high-end sound experience. With Mineral, it's not just another CBD, weed company. It's a high-end, it's organic, it's got a backstory, it's very thought through. And most importantly, they stand out because they have an opinion. And I think that's the big takeaway today for brand building. If you could sum it up, it's just have a strong opinion, do the research and work, and those partnerships for alignment can go a long way. So that's it. You can check out more of my work at death2stock.com. I also run a newsletter and community called Jacuzzi Club. You can check out my reading list. I have a bunch of links down there for you to check out. And with that, I'll be back with another video.